was like the most proudest adulting moment that I ever had and ever will. If you take care of your body, it will take care of you. I'm not crying, you are. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Patricia and I'm a financial advisor based in the Philippines. Today I'm actually preparing for a Zoom graduation. There's this masterclass I'm taking and I'm like, tonight's the night and I'm getting ready for it. I was doing makeup one time and I've thought about how it is so relatable with insurance, and I really wanted to do this like since forever.
People, sounds like our girl here needs a confidence adjustment.
Makeover! So I don't know how this thing would go because I'm not really much of a dal-dal person when I do my makeup. Yeah. Oh, see, diba? It's in Watson's lang, guys. So I'm just gonna do this for 15 minutes. And yeah, yun lang yung buong content ko. 15 minutes of doing this. Of just this. Oh, sorry. I should not laugh. Wait, nag-time ba ako? Hold on! Never mind. Oh! Okay, so it's time. Pa! Walang nangyari. Okay, actually there is. My skin is absorbing them. That one. So, your skincare routine is your needed knowledge. Everything you study, you discovered, you learned, you researched. This is how you prepare yourself financially. This is how you prepare yourself. Kind of like my version of like paying yourself first. Right now it changed. I mean, I do this from time to time. Kasi naman, I just need to like take care of my skin. If you take care of your body, it will take care of you. Like your knowledge, the education that you acquire will not be taken away from you. So remember, makeup will only enhance your face. It will enhance your features. It's not really to cover up anything that you're not. My point is, again, is you prep yourself with the knowledge that you need in order to function. So your foundation, BB creams, CC creams. In my case, I use concealer. I don't put BB creams na. I never really liked foundation because of the cakiness and I feel so heavy on my face. I only liked the natural makeup look. Natural makeup. Yeah, basta the natural looking makeup. So yeah, I just like the natural makeup look. Plus, in the Philippines, it's so hot. Health insurance is based on your current health and age, and it has a more strict basis because your health is a risk. It's a huge consideration when getting it approved. So even though you can afford to get one, but once you're critically sick or you have had a major issue concerning your health, then it's either you could get postponed, meaning you have a certain amount of time that, na-postpone ka. You're advised to get it once your health would change. So the insurance company would accept it, but at a substandard rate, meaning you're paying more than your age group. You know what I forgot? So see, that's the point of doing your research first, due diligence muna in terms of building your financial portfolio. If you don't have all the necessary knowledge, I mean, you can build up naman along the way. You don't have to know everything. At least just focus on your foundation, on the basic steps. Okay, so you need to have this much. Oh no, I think this is because of the oil. O, diba? We have to learn it the hard way. So I like this sunscreen because it gives you that like natural glow, like the Korean skin glow. But yeah, wala siyang outcast actually. No, not outcast. White cast. I'm so sorry, guys. So going back to my topic, say we're starting back on concealer again. So just like your foundations, your BB creams, CC creams, your concealers, you just need the coverage that you would want. So if you're opting for the full coverage, you can do that. If you just want like just small coverage, small to medium coverage, you can also do that. It's the same thing with health insurance. Ideally, you have to get, the most bigger coverage at the onset. Like kung kaya lang nimo ang premiums, you have to get it, because when you're getting it at a young age, it's cheaper. It's affordable. It's less than kaysa mo get ka 10 years later. It's much more expensive. Like for example, you're getting 1 million, like sa akong mom. If I get her a 1 million coverage, I would be paying 70,000 a year. Estimate lang ha, 70,000 a year. And in my age, I think that was back in, I think 20. I have the same coverage, 1 million, but I'm only paying for 15,000 a year. So, diba, yung difference. My mom's in her 40s. Sorry, mom. It's always better to start at a younger age because of the premiums, the benefits, and again, concerning health, diba, you're more healthier, you're more like physically fit. Okay, so with health insurance, there's this thing called the waiting period that you need to take note of. Once there's the effectivity date given na, meaning it's issued, you own the policy, the contract signed and all, like there's the effectivity date. From that onset towards the 60 days, you should be healthy. Like no other risks unless we return it back to you. We give you a full refund of the initial premium or the premium you've already paid. That's the reason why we really need to get health insurance. I've always been talking about this again and again. Starting young and starting healthy is really the way to go. If you keep on postponing it, yes, you are healthy now, but 10 days later, next month, you won't be. And let's just say you got the insurance now, you're covered, you're safe. Remember the waiting period. It's not gonna, your health's not gonna wait for you. When you're 22, all you could ever think about is, having fun, having this and this and this. But once you're 72, your health's concerning. All you think, like the conversations you have is like which hospital you went to, like what vitamins, anong supplements, it's all those things.
Hey, what happened to your eyebrows, fam?
What happened to them?
They just got up and ran away?
They're not there?
But at the young age, wala. Like it's always like, where's the next fun activity, all those yada yada yada. So I think and I believe that health insurance first before getting yourself a life insurance, because health insurance is something you give to yourself, while life insurance is something you provide for your family, for your loved ones. You are the most important thing in your family, especially if you're the breadwinner. You also need to think about yourself, even though you are providing for your family, because if you're not there, then who else is going to provide, all of these things for your family, right? So always pay yourself first. Yes. So the thing is, I just do it from here all the way to here. I don't really put it all the way here. I haven't tried it. ...2019 was the year that I had my health issues. I really don't know what happened, like why at such a young age would I be diagnosed with vertigo. Even the doctor said that, yeah, that's why I vowed to myself, nah, I'm really gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna take care of my health. I'm gonna eat healthy. I love putting highlighters. So sometimes I do get I do this parang a signature look because it's like the most easiest thing to do. You get drawn to the eyes. Hopefully not like this, but now you get drawn to the eyes. Okay, so so this is like the highest point of my cheeks. I don't do blush, like sometimes I do it like here, but I don't do it because I just really want to. Putting blush on your highest points of your cheekbones will do the trick. I do this. And then I also use it for, because it has like a brownish tone, I don't use anymore the contour. And then I just do it here. Yeah, and then I spray it with the setting spray. Like, oh, yeah, that's just it, really. I don't have the powder. I want to powder it on because I have the concealer here, so I have to. But I don't see it anywhere, so I'm just gonna skip that part. Yeah. Okay, so that's it, you guys. This is the finished look. This is like my everyday look. The things I bring to work when I do meetings and all that. Yeah, that's just it. So this is the portion where I concentrate on explaining to you the benefits of health insurance, what it does, and all that. Really, what health insurance does is it pays out a lump sum at the time of the diagnosis or when you meet the critical illnesses, the company's definition, like what their critical illness are. So usually when you get a proposal, it is written there, it states there what and how many critical illnesses that is covered by that proposal or that plan. For some companies, there's like 57, 56. For some, there's also like 30, 36. So you can check them out. It's really at the proposal onset. You can see that. You can read that. So what I usually ask my clients, because there's a lot of critical illnesses and we won't know what they are. Usually it's cancer, all the cancers in the world, so what I usually ask my clients on set, if there's anything in particular that they're concerned with the critical illnesses list. So it's usually, I ask them to start looking in the family medical history. They can start with their parents. We also have this underwriter questions where we ask the clients to disclose those necessary questions, such as before age 60, do you have any relatives? Do you have traces of like cancer, stroke? Were they diagnosed before? Like, what's the medical status right now? And all these things. These are like basic but necessary questions. So this is not dependent on the hospital expenses that you'll incur. It depends on the sum insured or the face amount that this company has with, of course, the written contract that you first signed. So if it says you only have 1 million coverage and at the time of the diagnosis you only have 1 million to your name. So some companies also have like strict definitions, so they will give you a payment in accordance with the condition. So if it's cancer, usually it's like 100%, right? If it's, just this one, like a basic surgery, they give you like siguro 20% or maybe 50%. Really depends on the condition. So you can check it in the contract or in the proposal. Don't be afraid of getting a proposal from a financial advisor, because this one is not your final contract. This is just a proposal to show you what, all the benefits are, all the cons, basically all the technical things that you need to be aware of and what this does. So you can ask any financial advisors or any insurance companies what they offer, and if you don't like what's in the proposal, shift a lot of things like your coverage, your riders, and all the other benefits, you can do that. But for some, it's like a built-in na. But ideally, you can change it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I'm
You're
not
really
crying,
fine.
you
just can't
are.
get into it.
Okay, yeah. So I really appreciate you guys for liking this video and sharing this, because it really helps out with the whole algorithm thing. But I really hope that this goes out to a lot of people, and I want to help more, and I want to simplify things for people. I feel like it's my strength, like the whole explaining things, and because of the lockdown, I get boxed in. So I'm planning to break out more, and hopefully this is a way that I can be of service. So if you're not like prepared to get or talk to any financial advisors, executives, I hope that all the financial videos out there, all the creators, all the people that you talk to about this will help you enlighten your perspective and all that. Yeah, back to the video. Second thing I've mentioned, health insurance usually have riders. So riders are like your supplementary benefits on top of your base plan. Okay, so it's like getting a phone plan. Okay, so you have your base plan, like that's your load, but then you have additional call and text, you have additional 10 gig of data, all these things, supplementary benefits. Like from what I know lang ha, and based from my company as well, it's usually you have hospitalization income, which will act as a replacement for the time being that you're admitted, you're in the hospital, you're healing, and you're taking treatments. Diba, when you're admitted, basically you're not working, so you lose the income that you have on that day. But when you have this certain type of rider, you still have that sueldo. I think that's a very beautiful supplement. Another thing is the personal accident and the disablement or the dismemberment, the accidental benefit. This is also common for other types. This also has like a standalone product in some companies, but because health insurance already have this, it's additional benefit. In the case where the reason of the death or the cause of the death is because of an accident, then the family gets to have the life insurance benefit plus the personal accident benefit. So I like this rider because there are cases naman that we don't know when an accident will happen. And then another rider is the waiver of premium, and you hear this all the time. I don't know if there's another name for that, but it waives all your future premiums at the time of the diagnosis and at the time of the accident, or okay, I can compare this with the loans. Okay, let's just say this breadwinner person, this person has a loan in the bank for, let's say, a house loan. He got a house loan, but he died 2 years later. So his loan is payable up to 30 years, let's just say. So the family is left behind, and they're supposed to carry out the payment of the loans, which is 28 years more, because this person did not have any sort of like MRI, or didn't have like a backup plan on how he will pay the loans. Then the family will be left to continue paying that. But because he has the AKA waiver of premium, the family or the beneficiaries will no longer pay, but they still get the benefits. So in the cases where the person or the insured is healthy his whole life, like wala gid siya critical illness, then usually the company rewards this insured person. So meaning, dili maput into waste ang premiums that you paid just because you're healthy. It's either you can claim in the form of endowment, meaning at a certain age you get like what the government does is you give out endowments, usually at a month-to-month basis or annually. You get something out of that fund. Some in cases they get payout. In some cases we return the premiums, so it's not put into waste. You just have this forced savings, but in the end you can still use that money in terms of retirement lang yung mo, additional retirement fund. Last but not least on my list, health insurance pays for your living expenses. Health insurance is very different from HMO. Health insurance pays for your living expenses, while HMO pays for your hospital bills. The insurance companies don't really have a say in how you spend the money. It's in your discretion whether you used to pay it for your hospital bills or you used to pay it for your allowance for the time or the period that you're supposed to heal. Ideally, let's say if you have a 1 year period of healing, then after the 1 year, of course, you're supposed to look for other means of earning income. It's not all the time nga you're diagnosed with something that you don't want to work. It's important naman na you go back and do all the necessary things for you to function in the society. So the point is that the health insurance lump sum payout will act as your leeway that will really help you secure, and it will give you the peace of mind. During that time, you're just only focusing on healing. You're not thinking of other things na, okay, I have to get back to work, kaya unsaon man ako pagkaon, unsaon man ako pag-provide sa family if you're the breadwinner. But for HMOs, you have to give them the receipt, the hospital bills. They will only pay as long as it's covered. So let's say if they will only cover the necessary treatments, and this treatment in particular is not under their coverage, then they will not pay that. So at least kung unsa mabilin, out of pocket na siya or other funding that you have. So in conclusion, I got my first health insurance when I started earning. Like really, my first paycheck, I listed it there, health insurance. So I got it at a discounted price. So that's the beauty of getting it at a young age. It was like the most proudest adulting moment that I ever had and ever will. I'm happy that I'm not using it because, I'm still healthy, I'm okay, I'm physically fit, and I plan to stay that way. I'm looking forward to growing it as fast as I can. So I plan to really build up on that. Like I keep saying, when worst comes to worst, I don't want my investments to be used. I don't want to sell my assets just so I could pay my hospital bills. I will never compromise on my health premiums for my health funds. It's the only thing that will make me feel secure. It will give me the peace of mind at the time being, or at the time when there's a diagnosis.
Vision.
Knock, 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 knock on wood.
What is it? No.
Knock, 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 knock on wood. Knock, 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 knock on wood.
And knock, 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 knock. Yeah, I sure hope that this has enlightened you, even though I'm all over the place. I think that it's also the financial foundation that everyone has to have. Of course, even though you're into investments or you really want to do all this wealth creation thing, the most important thing, the most important asset that you have is you, your physical being as well. It's more fun when I'm just listening to music or listening to thought leaders, and now that I'm talking to you about all these things, it's overwhelming. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, I really appreciate you a lot. So please, one last thing, if you have other recommendations, other questions that you want to clarify, please leave it in the comment section. And